Welcome class to Cooking Living Skills, your way to learn how to cook dinner for you or for two people. Making your own dinner can be easy and quick. I chose to make a boxed dinner. It's called chicken and broccoli. You're going to need chicken because chicken doesn't go in the box, so you need to get chicken. Also, if your chicken is frozen, you need to defrost it. When you defrost your chicken, you need a microwave. You will need to open the microwave. Put your chicken in. Depending on the wattage of your microwave, you will need to figure out how long it should defrost. I'm going to do it for 5 minutes. Now that your chicken is partially defrosted, you will need to brown your chicken. So you also need to have a skillet, and you will also need to have oil. Oil will always be in the skillet to brown the chicken. I put my oil back away to keep myself organized. So I then have my chicken in the skillet cooking. I put mine on medium high. You can also have a little higher to cook quicker than for what you want. I also have a spatula that I am using to move the chicken when needed. I also like to put spices on my chicken to give it some flavor. So I use meat tenderizer, and I also use all-purpose seasoning. I also want to keep my hands away from the skillet as much as possible, so I have it turned to an angle, and I always use my spatula, and if I have to, I push it away, and then I turn. I turned my heat down just a little bit because the oil was splattering, and I want to make sure I keep it off of my hands as much as possible. I also turned the chicken over to brown on the other side. I press down with my spatula to see how tender it's getting, and I want to break it apart so at some point I can make cubes. If it's not tender enough, it won't break apart like this. They're just not ready yet. Now that my chicken is tender enough, I cut my chicken into cubes. That's what I would want for my meal. In the meantime, while the rest of that is cooking, I want to look at my box. The back of it gives you directions on how to cook the meal. We already did step 1. We browned raw chicken, and we also put it into cubes. Step 2. We need to stir in 1.5 cups of water, seasoning, broccoli mix, and uncooked pasta. Bring to a boil. We can't put that in yet until the chicken is done, but we also need to have our measuring cup out. I got my measuring cup, and I also filled it with 1 cup. We will also need to get 1/2 cup. But first, this already is a 1 cup and has a half inside, so we're just going to wait until the chicken is done cooking, and then we will add it. I know my chicken is done when the chicken is whiter than what it was before. In the beginning, you saw that it was raw, and it was hard, and you couldn't slice through it. Now, my chicken is tender enough that I can keep slicing into it. I made my chicken a little smaller. I even cut it up into more cubes. Now we're ready for step 2. So we get to put our water I put my water in. I need another cup. We do need 2.5 cups. I thought it was 1.5, but we need to add 2 cups. So I will get another cup, and then I will get a half. I have added 2 cups of water in there already, and now I need 1/2 cup. Do not fill it all the way to the top. You just need a 1/2 cup and put in. We will need to stir it and let it boil. We need to stir it with our spoon so that it doesn't burn at the bottom. And then we wait until the water boils, and we also need to add rice mixture and our seasoning mix and our broccoli. Oh, this must be our broccoli here. It says broccoli, our rice, and our seasoning mix. I will add those in. I have added all of my ingredients in, and now I need to wait. It's starting to boil, and it's starting to smell delicious. I just want to keep stirring. That way it doesn't burn at the bottom. I also, all the stuff that I had that were in the box, I put the trash inside the box to keep my station clear. I'm going to reduce my heat and let that boil come down and simmer. And then I wait for another 7 to 10 minutes as my directions said and let it cook. I now know that my meal is done when the consistency is a lot thicker and it's not as watery as it once was. Now, if you're making a plate or making dinner for two, you need 2 plates, and then you need to put your food on the plate and ready to eat. You need to know this for when you get into college and you live on your own. You will need to know how to make your own dinner for yourself or for others. Well, there you have it. I just made myself a delicious meal. Thank you for watching.